how are you? I hope you all are doing great today. My name is Renurati and today we will be learning our very interesting topic, that is operations on large numbers. Now in this chapter we will learn about the facts for addition and subtraction, multiplication of large numbers and their properties, and multiplication by 3 and 4 digit numbers. Then we will look at the properties of division of large numbers, 10, 100 and 1000, and then we will look at the simplification of numerical expressions. Now let us do. Here are the following 4 candidates. They are talking about the number of votes they have got. Now I have got 350 votes. I needed dash more votes to be a winner. So here are the votes of election results of candidate 1, candidate 2, candidate 3 and candidate 4 votes. Now this is our vote of the person who have won it. So when we subtract 6,53,145 minus 350, you will get the answer of how many votes he needed to be a winner. That's how we can complete the remaining ones. Now the methods of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of large numbers are exactly as same as with the smaller numbers. Now let's look at the facts for addition and subtraction. Now the following facts hold good for large numbers also, that when 0 is added to number, the number is exactly the same. Now you know that Copernicus was a Polish mathematician and astronomer who proposed that the sun was stationary in the center of the universe and that the planets revolve around the sun. Now the sum of two numbers remains same even if the digits are changed. The two digits change and the sum remain same. Now when 1 is added to a number, we get the next number which is the successor. So this is the successor of this number. Now next one is when 0 is added or subtracted from a number, the result is the same number. 0 is added, subtracted, the answer is same. Now when 1 is subtracted from a number, we get the predecessor of that number. So when subtracted 1, this number which is the predecessor of another one. Now when we subtracted a number from the same number, the result is always 0. Now let's look at addition. We have learned addition of numbers up to 6 digits in the previous classes. Now addition of large numbers is performed in the same way as addition of 5 or 6 digit numbers. For example, we have to add these digits. In the first step, we have to write the numbers in the place value chart. Start adding from the extreme right column and we will proceed to the left one. Now in the second step, we will carry the tens digit, and then this is 6 plus 1, 7 plus 1, that is 8. Now in the next one, we have to add these digits and write the sums in words. Now when we add these digits, it becomes 8 plus 9, that is 17, then carry over, then again adding the hundreds, thousand, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh and crore, and this is our sum, that is 8 crore 30 lakh 83,467. Now in the next one, we have to find the sum of these numbers. So after adding all the respective columns, the sum of these digits that we get is 76 crore 4 lakh 68,602. Now in the next example, we have to find the number which is replaced with the star and we have to write the correct digit after replacing. So we know that 5 plus 3, 3 plus 3, that is 6, 6 plus 5, that is 11. So here 1 carry forward, and that's how after keep adding the numbers, these are the digits that we get after replacing the correct digit. Now here is our explanation that when we add the ones, we get 11, then we will write the ones. After that we will carry 1 to the tens place, then after adding we get some 15 and we add 4 to this to become 15. Then we replace this star by 4 and we will continue the process by adding the appropriate digit. Now in the next example, we have given the population of ABC. We have to find the total population. That means, very good, we will add the terms. So when we adding the terms, the total population that we get after adding is this one. Now in the next one, according to the 2024 census, the number of people speaking Hindi is this and the number of people speaking Punjabi is this one. How many people in a total speak Hindi and Punjabi? So for this one, we will add them, and after adding them, we got to know that there are 11 crore 2,69,552 people who speak Hindi and Punjabi together. Now let's look at exercise 3.1. In the first one, we have to add the following digits. So 6 plus 5, 11, 1 carry, 12, 1 carry, 14, 1 carry forward, 12, 1 carry, Again 9 plus 1 10 12, 1 carry forward. 8 plus 6 is 14 plus 1 15, 1 carry, and this is our required sum. That's how we can complete the remaining one. Now here we have to choose the correct option, find the sum of these digits. So when we adding the sum, it is 9 plus 9 is 18, 1 carry forward. 8 plus 6 is 14 plus 1, that is 15, 5, 1 carry forward again. 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 1, that is 9. Now after 9, that is 9 plus 9, that is 18. So 8 is also correct. Then 3 plus 3, that is 6, and then it becomes 7. So this is also correct. Then 6 plus 9, that is 15. So that means A1 is our correct answer. That's how you can complete the remaining part. Similarly, in this one we have to write these columns in vertical manner and then we have to add them. Again we have to arrange these in columns and then we have to add the terms. Now here we have to replace each digits with the correct digit of each of the following. So when we add, this is 5 plus 5 10, 10 plus 3 13, 3, 1 carry forward. Here we have 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 1 is 7. What we add to the 7, that it becomes 10, that means 3. So again 1 carry, that's how we can complete the remaining part. Now in the next one, exercise 3.2, in the first one we have to find the word problem, that there are these much children and women and men in a city. What is the total population? For the total population, we will add the children with the women and the men, and that's how we can find the total population of the city. That's how we can complete the remaining part. Now in the next one, we have to check whether the given statements are correct or not. That means we have to add these digits. So it becomes 7 0 6 2 0 9 0 1 3 8 2 4 5 6. So this is 8. So that means these statements are not true, they are false. Now let's start with subtraction. Subtraction of more than 6 digits is same as the subtraction of 5 or 6 digits. For example, here we are subtracting these terms, firstly ones, tens, then 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, and then crore. Now in the next one, in the following, we have to replace them with each of the correct digits. So what must be subtracted from this to get the sum as 8? So what we will do, we will first rewrite the sum as an addition sum. So here we are writing them as addition sum. Now after that, we will replace the star by the digits, like 8 plus 8 is 16, then 1 carry forward, 9 plus 1 10, that is 14, then adding ones we get 10, so we write 4 in the tens place. Then after adding, therefore we will replace the star by 4 and we will continue this process with all the stars. Now we will rewrite this addition as subtraction sum, and then the answer we get is 22,49,498. Now let's look at next example. Among these children of a city, these children go to school. How many children do not go to school? Here are the total children who go to school. When we subtract them, these are the children, that is 1,02,42,724 children do not go to school. Similarly, in the second one, what number when added to this give the sum as this one? We have to find the number. That means we will subtract the given number from the total number, and this is our required number. Now in the next one, we have to find the difference between these digits. That means we know that both are 8-digit numbers. The bigger one is the one starting with 9. So when we find the difference, this is our answer. Now let's start with exercise 3.3. In the first one, we have to subtract these terms. So this becomes 13, 5, 9 minus 9, this is 16, this is 12, this is 11, and this is 6. So here we have 13 minus 8, that is 5, 5 minus 5, 0, 9 minus 9, 0, 16 minus 9. So here we have 16 minus 9, that is 7, 12 minus 3, 9, 11 minus 8, that is 3, and 6 minus 3 is 3. That's how we can find the difference of the following digits. Again we have to find the difference. Now in this one we have to replace each of them by the correct digits. So there is 3, so it can be written as 13. Now 12, 13, 13 minus 7 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here we can write 6. Now here we have 5. So 5 minus 2 is 3. That's how we can complete the remaining part. Now again we have to subtract these terms. Now let's look at the word problem. Mr. Gupta deposited this much in his bank account. He withdrew this amount. What is the balance amount in his account? Now we will subtract this term with this term. So it will become 5, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 8 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the amount that we get in rupees after subtracting the digits, and this is the balance amount. Now let's look at exercise 3.4. In the first part we have to solve these following. In all of these terms we have to add and then we have to subtract the digits. Let's look at the first one. Now in the first one we have 5, 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minus 7, 8, 9, 3, 3, 2, 1, 6. Now after subtracting these digits it becomes 18. This is our 16. This again becomes 15, 14, 3, 2, 3. They will remain same. Now 18 minus 9 is 9, 16 minus 8 is 8, 15 minus 7, that is 8, 14 minus 6, 8, 3 minus 1, 2, 0, 0, 2. Now in this one we have to add 5, 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 6. Now when we add these two terms it becomes 9 plus 6, that is 15, 1 carry forward, 9 plus 4, 13, 1 carry forward, 8 plus 7, 15, 1 carry forward, 8 plus 4, 12 plus 1, 13, 1 carry forward. This is 9, 4, 6, 7. This is our correct answer. That's how you can solve the remaining part. Now let's start with multiplication of large numbers. As we know, multiplication is a repeated addition of the same number. Now we will further learn how to multiply 5-digit number by a 2-digit number. Now let's look at the properties of multiplication. Here are the properties. Changing the order of multiplication does not affect the product. Changing the order, answer will remain same. Now product of any number and 1, multiplication with 1, same number. Product of any number and 0 will always be 0. Now product of any number and even number with always be an even number. Now next is the product of two odd numbers. Here is an odd number, again odd number, always odd. Odd number, answer is always odd number. Now the product of three numbers is always the same irrespective of the order in which they are multiplied. So here are the three numbers, again here are the three numbers, and when we multiplying it the answer will remain same. It doesn't matter in what way you are multiplying them. Now next is when multiplication is 10, 100, 1000 or 10,000, we will add as many zeros on the right side of the multiplier. 1 0, 2 zeros, 3 zeros in the product. Now you know students that Leonhard Euler was a Swiss mathematician. His surname was pronounced as Euler. As he was also a physicist, he made important discoveries in the field of Celsius and graph theory. He introduced many of the modern mathematical terminologies and notations. Now let's look at the multiplication of a given number by a 3-digit number. Now as we have done it in the 4 steps, now first we will multiply it by the ones digit, then tens, and then by the hundreds, and then we will add the 3 numbers. Now let's understand it better with the help of our example. In this one we have to multiply this number by 124. So this is our multiplicand and this is our multiplier. Firstly multiplying it by ones, then multiplying it by hundreds, and then multiplying it by thousands, and after adding this is our product. Now when one of the digits in the multiplier is 0, we can skip that step and the multiplication is done in the same method. Now in the next one, for example, we have to multiply this, so we will multiply it by 6, then by 3, and then after adding, this is our required product. Now let's look at exercise 3.5. In the first one, we have to multiply them and we have to find the product. So 9 4s are 36, 3 carry, 9 5s are 45 plus 3 48, 4 carry, 9 8s are 72 plus 4 that is 76, 7 carry, 9 3s are 27, 27 plus 7 that is 34. After that you will multiply it by 3 and then we will add the terms, we get our required product. That's how we can solve the remaining part. Again we have to find the product, and here in this one when we find the product, so it will become 4 8 3 9 7 multiplied by 3, it becomes 7 3s are 21, 2 carry, 9 3s are 27 plus 2 29, 2 3 3s are 9 10 11, 1 carry, 8 3s are 24 25, 2 carry, 4 3s are 12 13 14 and 00. This is our required product. Now next is our multiplication of a given number by a 4-digit number. Now let's understand it better with the help of example. We have to multiply these numbers by the repeated addition of 6317. Now when we multiplied them, firstly we multiplied by 4, then by 2, then by 1 and then by 4, and after adding all the digits, this is our required product. Now let's look at exercise 3.6. In this one we have to find the product in all the cases. So firstly we will multiply it by 3, then we will multiply it by 6, then we will multiply it by 1 and then we will multiply it by 2, and after that we will add it, and then this is our required sum. That's how we can solve the remaining part. Now in the next one we have to fill up the blanks. What multiplied by this number when we get is equals to multiplied by 2567, that is 22. That's how you can complete the remaining part. Now next is our word problems. In the first one, 96 sheets of paper are added to make a notebook. If Kabir decides to make 1230 notebooks, how many sheets would he need? We will multiply it by 96, that means he need a total of 1,18,080 sheets. Now in the next example, we have told that a tall office building has 85 floors and each 85 floors have, each floor has 48 windows. Now each window is to be decorated with 64 tiny bulbs. Then how many bulbs would be needed to decorate all the windows? So firstly we will multiply 85 with the 48, that means we will get the total number of windows, that is 4080 windows. Now we will multiply it by 64 and now we know that we need 2,61,120 bulbs to decorate all the windows. Now let's look at exercise 3.7. In the first part we have told that each floor of a high-rise building is fitted with 84 windows. There are 14 floors in each building and there are 22 such buildings in a complex. Calculate the total number of windows fitted in each building. So firstly we have to multiply 84 by 14, then we will get how many floors are there in the building. Now after multiplying it with 14, then we will multiply it by 22 and after that we will get how many total number of windows are there in each fittings of the buildings. That's how we can complete the remaining part. Now next is our division of large number. Let's look at the properties of divisions. That equal distribution of a given quantity is called division. For example, we have to divide them, each children get 8 chocolates. Now when the divisor is 1, the quotient is always a number itself. Division by 0, not possible. When the dividend and divisor are same, that means the quotient will always remain 1. Now, do you know that Archimedes was born in 287 BC? He was a Greek mathematician who designed many innovative machines including screw, and he died in 212 BC. Now let's look at the division of large numbers by a 2-digit number. Now the division of large number is similar to dividing a 3-digit number by a 2-digit number, which we learned in the earlier classes. Now for example, we have to find the quotient and remainder when it is divided by 15. So here firstly this is our table of 15 and here we are dividing. So we know that 86 is greater than 15. Now 75 is below 86, so we will subtract it. Now in the second step we will bring down 7, so it becomes 107, then 15 sevens are 105, then after that we will bring down 0, then it becomes 120 and we get our remainder as 0 and quotient as 578. Now in the next one we have to divide it by 32. So in the first one 27 is less than 32, not possible. So we will take one more digit and we know that 32 into 8 is 205. Now we will subtract 192, it becomes 135. Now after bringing 1 after it we get 32 into 2, that is 64, and then again we will taking 8 here, then again minus 64 and we get remainder as 14 and quotient as it is 6422. Now division of a 5-digit number by a 2-digit number. Now let's look at the example. We have to divide it by 64. Now what are the working steps? Firstly we will write our table of 64 here, then we will match it with the numbers. As 39 is less than 64, we will take one more number, then 39 minus 384 is possible. So that means we write 6 in the quotient column and 384 below 399. Now in the second step we will bring down the next one digit and it becomes 151. Now 128 is less than 151. After subtracting we will bring down the next digit 2 and then it becomes 192. Then we will write 3 in the quotient column and then 232 minus 192. We get our remainder as 40 and quotient as 623. Now division of a large digit number by a 3-digit number. Now here we have to look at the example. In this one we have to divide this term by 569. So firstly 201 is less than 569, not possible, so we will take one more digit down. Now after that into 3 it becomes remainder as this, we will take 9, then after subtracting it we will take 0, then in the step 3 we will take 8 and after solving it the remainder we get is 234 and the quotient is 3546. And the next one again we have to divide it by 763. Firstly in the first step 3 numbers not possible, then we will take 1 down. After that we will be subtracting it and we will take 1 0. After that again we will dividing it by 8 and then we will take 1 0 after subtracting, again by 5 and then by 7 and the remainder is 109 and the quotient is 9857. Now division by 10, 100 and 1000. Now since the number to be subtracted repeatedly, so the divisor is 1000 and the digit at 100 tens and one's place will remain as remainder and only the 1000 place will be the dividend. Now let's look at example to understand it better. Firstly we have to divide it by 10, then the remainder is 6. Dividing by 100 the remainder is 16 and dividing by 1000 the remainder is 816. So we know that in the given examples when a number is divided by 10 by 100 the numbers formed by the last 2 digits is the remainder while the rest of the digit forms the quotient, and when the number is divided by 10 we get our quotient as the rest of the digits and the remainder is the last digit only. And when it is divided by 1000 then last 3 digits is remainder and rest of the digits form the quotient. Now when we divide it by 10,000 then the last 4 digits of the dividend comes out as remainder and the rest of the digits as quotient. Now let's look at the word problems. In the first one, in a bike company these much bikes are manufactured in 31 days. We have to find out the number of bikes manufactured in a day. So we will divide it by 31 and that means 745 bikes are manufactured each day. Now in the next one the product of two numbers is this, and if one number is 47 we have to find the other number. That means we will divide this by 47 and then other number is 789. Now there are 12 pencils in a packet. How many packets are required to pack these much amount of pencils? That means we will divide it by 12. After dividing it by 12 the total number of packets that we need is 3,20,496 packets. Now in the next one the cost of 125 scooters is 67,10,625. We have to find the cost of one scooter. That means we will divide it by 125. After dividing it by 125 the cost of one scooter is 53,685. Now in the next one, a cloth factory sold shirts of amount this much. If the price of one shirt is 425, how many shirts did it sell? That means we will find the number of shirts sold by dividing it by 425, and after dividing it by 425 we know that the number of shirts they sold is 17,809 shirts. Now in the next example, there are these much trees in 1456 rows in a big garden. If each row contains the same number of trees, what is the number of trees in each row? That means we will divide it by 1456, and after dividing, the number of trees in each row is 684 trees. Now let's look at exercise 3.8. In the first part, we have to divide the following by the long division method in every of these terms. Now in the first part, we have to divide 35 by 51972. So it can be divided by 1, that becomes 35. So 11 minus 5, that is 6, then 5 minus 3, that is 2, then 269. That's how we will keep multiplying. We will keep dividing it and subtracting it until we get our remainder as 2-digit number. That's how you can solve the remaining part. Now next is we have to find the quotient and remainder when the largest 7-digit number is divided by the largest 3-digit number. That means we have to divide the largest 7-digit number is ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh. That means 99,99,999 is divided by 999. That you have to find the answer here. That's how you can complete the remaining part. Now let's look at the simplification of numerical expression. So far we have been working with the 4 fundamental operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division separately. But sometimes we have to work out more than 2 of these operations in the same sum to get the answer. Now this is called multiplication. Consider the example, if I have 9 rupees with me and I have to return 15 rupees to my friend and my father gave me 10 rupees, then how many money is left with me after returning my friend's money? So here we know that 9 minus 15 plus 10, that means firstly I get 4 rupees with me after giving 10 rupees to my friend. So the rule is simple, that while conducting the operations of addition and subtraction, in the same way we always do addition before subtraction. Now here we have to simplify these sums. So firstly we will add them and after that we will subtract. 15 plus 8, 23 minus 3, that is 20 is our answer. Now simplification involving 4 operations, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Now here we have to simplify this term. Now firstly the given quantity is 12, and when we add 12 to 2 or 4 into 2, that becomes 8. Now 4 into 2 becomes 8, and when we divide it we will find the quotient as 5. 4 into 2 is 8. After that we will find the sum before subtracting, and the sum is 12 plus 8, that is 20. 20 minus 5, that is 15. So 15 is our required answer. Again in this one we have to simplify this. So firstly we will do in the first step division. After dividing we will do multiplication, that is 4 into 5, that is 3 into 4, that is 12, and after that we will do addition, that is 25 plus 29 plus 5, that is 34, and the last step is subtraction, minus 12, that is 22 is our correct answer. Now for all these examples we can understand that how to simplify a numerical expression with 2 or more operations occurring together if we perform the operation in a particular order: division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. Now in short we call it as DMAS, that is division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. Now let's start with exercise 3.9. In this one we have to simplify these. 3 into 2 plus 6. So firstly we will multiply, that is 6 2s are 12 plus 3, that is equals to 15 is our correct answer. That's how we can complete the remaining part. Now let's start with the mental math. In this one we have to fill in the blanks. Write the number in words. So the number will be 5,80,370. That's how you can complete the remaining part. Now I hope you have understood the chapter pretty well. You just have to practice exercise questions and don't forget to revise this topic again.